This Might Be Risky sponsorship package is here. Have your ad run on our live streaming episodes, linked in the video description and attached to our many hot take clips. The channel is fast growing with thousands of views and subscribers. Don't miss your chance to grow your business on one of the fastest growing platforms on YouTube. Join the family today. This might be risky. Email us at thismightberisky@gmail.com if interested. Hashtag Indeed, hashtag do the right thing.
The message is always in the cloth, the colors, the designs, the fit. Basically, pay attention, stay alert, and remember, choose your own path.
Yo, what up, though? How you doing?
Wonderful.
Yo, what's good?
Everything's everything?
What's up?
Yep. I could dig it. Y'all look decent tonight, man.
Well, thank you, Ham. Start off with the compliments, then we get down, as the show goes on, you'll start doing the insults. You know how you do.
I start with the insults.
Trying to see the edges, Adrian.
Yo, Chief, you on
Adrian,
mute.
We want to see the edges, man.
You see my edges every week. You know what? You can go to hell like Hamp did last week.
I can't see the edges? Hey, that's messed up, bro.
Yo, nah, you don't want them edges ain't right. I could tell.
You better shut up. I cut my hair off. I have edges. I do have edges.
What you mean you cut your hair off?
I've been shaved the sides of my head weeks ago.
Oh, you got a taper?
Yeah, don't come for me. Don't come for me. That's all right. I am not my hair.
Well, your hair has something to do with something now.
It doesn't.
You can't just walk around any type of hair and it's not gonna matter.
I am not my hair. If I choose to shave it, I am still love. If I choose to grow it down to my back, I am still love. If it falls out in clumps,
Listen to that bullshit, man.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Damn. Chris, what's good? You on mute. I know technology ain't your strong point. What up, though?
Can you hear me this time?
Okay. Don't worry, boy. God forbid, man, that Dell. Sis, what's good?
What's up? I'm here.
You got a lot more hair than last week. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah.
I like it. It's gorgeous.
Alex, what up?
Hey, Hamp.
You all right?
I'm good.
Isha was good.
What's up?
Hey, shit. Adrian, what up, though?
What's good, yo? Isha, I see that forehead. You glistening over there.
Looking like Alex. Mike, welcome back. B was shaking. B, you ready?
What is going on, good people? What is going on, good people?
What's your shirt say?
Oh, my shirt, Ham. Do you owe Coochie credit? Do you have an outstanding Coochie balance?
Shit like that.
Do you have an outstanding Coochie balance? I ain't gonna call no names right now, though, Hamp, but there is just one person who does have a coochie balance. But
Wow.
on your show, how you see fit, though. I ain't calling no names. I don't want no smoke.
I appreciate it, bro. Chief was good.
What's happening, my people? To my new folks I haven't met, what's happening? If y'all some praying people, throw some prayers up for your boy, man. Today's been a tough one.
Yeah, it be like that, man.
For sure.
But you know what? Don't pray. Pray when it's a good day, and then pray when it's a tough day.
No doubt.
Yeah, do it backwards. You know what I mean? That nigga tired of us asking for shit whenever we need it. I talked to that nigga yesterday.
Something's really wrong with you, fam.
Indeed, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Everybody do me a favor. Hit that like button right now. That helps the channel the most. All right. I'm feeling good, man. I've been working from home. I ain't that tired. The kids been kind of sleeping, you know, so shit ain't terrible. You know, it could always be worse. Feel me? So
I want to add in you looking decent yourself, brother.
Thank you, bro. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I've been trying to start.
You lying. We can't even see what you got on or nothing, man.
Nigga, it's my teeth. They straight. Hey, ass nigga. Yo, man. All right, so we had this topic in the past, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't necessarily topics on its own, but it came up in conversation. So I felt it was that time. We came out with the shirt. B, that shirt got something on the back of it too, right?
Yes, I would take it off, but everyone's gonna see my muscles.
Bruh.
Yeah, so it got a Coochie credit card on the back too. The names on it are Gold Digger. What's the other names, B?
Misandrius.
Miss Andri, and all some other shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to explore Coochie credit, man, for real this time. So B, let's start with this. Break it down. Coochie credit broken down. Break it down for us.
All right. Coochie credit is when a man in good faith, all right, he pursues after a woman to build a bond with her. But she knows in the back of her mind it's never gonna go anywhere. So she knowingly deceives and deprives said man of 4 different things: his time, money, energy, and resources. So she string him along for her own frivolous purposes. That is Coochie credit. When you string someone along for your own frivolous purposes, you deceive a man of his time, money, energy, and efforts. Now, I must add that Coochie credit does not apply to women and men who are friends. Now, some people say a man and a woman can't be friends. I just wanted to throw it out there, okay? You can decide that for your own self. I really don't care, okay? It does not apply to women who date in good faith. So if you date in good faith, this does not apply to you. Nor do I believe that sex should be given up on the first night. However, we must keep in mind, if a man is spending his money on you, he wants sex. He wants to, okay? And if you are not going to put it out as a woman, don't go out. And I'm just going to leave that at that.
Okay, so well, so now you're saying it doesn't apply to platonic relationships?
All right. If a man and a woman are just friends and they decide to go out, I don't believe in that case sex should be given up. If y'all are just friends. Now, some people say a man and a woman can't be friends. I could care less if you think that or not. I don't care. But for the guidelines of Coochie credit, that does not apply. If y'all are just friends and y'all go out, chill out, have some drinks, whatever, cool.
So it doesn't even have anything to do with who's paying necessarily?
No, if y'all are friends and y'all decide y'all just gonna go out on just the friendship level, it doesn't matter who pays.
Even if he always paying?
If it's been established y'all are just friends and y'all have no interest in each other, and if he decides to pay, then that would be on him. But I don't believe that for the purposes of Coochie credit, sex is an obligation. I mean, if y'all are just friends and y'all are going out and he decides to pay, then if that's y'all's guidelines, no relationship intended, and y'all are not seeking a relationship, it's just strictly friendship, then no, she does not owe the man sex.
Okay. And so if the woman is being genuine while dating and the man's paying and there's several dates, but she's sincerely trying to get to know him, she's not building up coochie credit?
If she is dating in good faith, then I would say no, she is not building up coochie credit. If you're dating in good faith and you're wanting to make it work with this man and you're dating in good faith, I would say you have not established a debt. As long as you have both sat down, y'all talked it out, and y'all have both made an agreement that this is what y'all want to do, then, because I do feel like as a man, you still have to court a woman. I do believe in that.
Okay. So how do you discern if she's being genuine?
Well, as time goes on, Ham, okay, that is how you would discern if she is being genuine or not. Okay, if every time she calls and it's always a issue that she wants solved, there's always something about her. She's not trying to get to know you in good faith, or she never wants you to come over to her house, or it's always, hey, what you doing today? Let's go out. Let's go out. Let's go out. She's always wanting to go out. She never reaches for her card first. The signs will be there. Trust me, it will be there. It will. You will know. You will know.
Go ahead, Alex.
How many chicks owe you some coochie credit?
Hold on. What was your question?
How many chicks owe you?
No. This is about the women. See, what you're not going to do is deflect. No. You're not going to do that bullshit.
This is what
You
you
use
said.
psychologists, and no. We're keeping it strictly on the women. No. It is strictly about the women.
Okay, so in trying to understand the process of said debt owed, coochie credit, how does one collect or cash in on the debt owed?
Glad you said that, Alex.
Okay.
Glad you said that. Glad you said that. You have to cut that man a check for his time, his energy, his money, plus interest, or you drop the draws. What has got to be realized is this. I ain't gonna, never mind. But that's how a man will collect on his debt.
So you're saying if he goes out with a chick and she doesn't put out, she need to pay him back?
You goddamn right.
Or give him some cheeks?
At one or the other. Cut that man a check for his time or drop them draws.
She gonna block you.
Huh?
She gonna block you.
Okay, but the debt is still there. Once I take your picture and I put you in the NCCD, the National Coochie Credit Database, it's there. You still have to clear that.
How many dates does it take for her to be added to the database?
It could be one. If you go out on one date with a man and you knew that, okay, if a man pursues after a woman in good faith and she goes out on one date with that man and she leaves that man on for that one date, you owe. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You owe. Yes, you do.
So B, how do you? So let me ask you this: how does she owe? If that it's draining me. So after the first date, how does she owe when she's just trying to get to know him after the first?
Okay,
date?
but listen.
So why is it?
Women know.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
No, not all the time. Not all the
time. Wait. Let Mike say the point. Go, Mike. Yeah. Say it again.
Women know from jump if you're gonna have sex with the guy or not. It's just a matter of how long you're gonna make him wait.
Okay, so I don't believe that that's true. Women are not a monolith. I asked the question. I just want to sit there.
Right.
But what you're saying, women are not a monolith.
Sure.
And I don't believe that a majority of women know, and they may think, right? I'm not interested in him sexually or have sex with him anytime soon, but that doesn't mean that it won't change after she gets to know him. And I'm just trying to figure out this time, because time is relative. I heard a lot of relative statements.
So are you gonna go out on a date with a man you're not interested in at all?
Sexual interest? I I would. If there's no sexual interest from the jump, why would I? So I can only go out with the man if there's sexual interest from the jump.
Don't answer it with a question. I can see that you're.
No, I'm asking you. Because it could be an interest in a cerebral manner. It could be an interest spiritually, like.
Well, then
you guys are boiling yourselves down to just sex, real basic.
If it's an interest spiritually, let's just do a coffee date or let's walk around the monuments. If it's just
that's fine, but B's talking about time too. If you listen to his definition, time was included, and so he's saying she wasted his time. That's not true, because it could just be a spiritual connection or a spiritual attraction. And so I don't mind doing the coffee date or the walk around the monuments. That's fine. There's still a rapport being developed. There's no sexual attraction at that particular moment or time. That can grow. Women are not obligated to have that sexual attraction or to give up sex because I went out with you and spent time with you. I think that's a very dangerous mindset to have.
All right. Well, would you go out on a date that you weren't with somebody that you're not interested in?
Sexually, I already said no. Like, yes. Like, if I'm not interested sexually, I would go out with them. Yes. I'm not. So, Mike, you're going like this. My answer didn't change. Like, I'm saying the same thing.
What he's saying is, if you would, then that be using coochie credit.
No, it's not. Because
you are.
Because the man wants to have sex. He's going out with you because he's sexually and physically attracted.
So you guys are just basic brutes that all you want is sex.
No, he's saying that I'm saying that he is sexually and physically attracted. I didn't say he's only sexually and physically attracted.
And that's fine. That's coming from his standpoint. He's allowed to have that viewpoint to desire that. That's fine, right? But if there's also something else along with it.
So you use coochie credit. Based on the definition.
You
use coochie credit.
Yeah, but I think though, if we're gonna be honest here, I agree with Mike. As a woman, it may not be on the first outing, but you know whether or not you're gonna get this. You're gonna take that good shower.
There's men that I've gone with that I didn't after the fact.
I use coochie credit, B. I use it. I use it.
Wait. One at a time. Alex, finish your thought.
No, I would. And Isha, back in the past, prior to meeting my husband, yes, I used coochie credit. I had to.
Wow.
Yes, I did. However, the reality is that I think as women, we know in our mind, you know what? This might be the night I go ahead and I give him some. You're gonna take that good shower. You put on your extra smell good. However, since we're talking about that, I may not pay my bill if you fumble the bag at the end of the night. We've had this conversation before.
No. You see, no.
Shit like that.
You see how? And this is what they want to do. Deflect. Flip the coin. Move the goalpost. No. It's not about. No.
I was gonna pay my bill, B, but they did something, and the bank did something.
You see,
I didn't want to pay them anymore.
And Ham, this is that deflection bullshit. No, we will not deflect. At the end of the day, if you went out, it's simple. It's not complicated. It's very simple. If you go out with the man and you know from the jump that you have no interest in him, don't go out.
So B. She said that she had intention of maybe giving him some cheeks, so she was attracted, but then something he did throughout the night turned her off.
Well, that's a different conversation that will need to be had. But then that's just deflecting at that point. I'm not talking about if he fumbled. We could talk about ifs, couldas, and wouldas all day long. I'm talking about specifically you going out with a man and you know you aren't sexually attracted to him. Now, if someone down the line he fumbled the ball, then that's a conversation y'all need to have. But I'm talking about at the present point in time when you went out with the man and you knew you didn't have no interest in him. That's what I would specifically be talking about.
But B, how are women building coochie credit with you and not many others?
Okay, not just with me, but with men.
You want answers. I want the truth.
Are you thinking about the fact though that men are obviously they're more physical and they're more visual, and that women when they go into a first date or whatever, they're probably more intellectual, and that can develop into sexual attraction. Like we may not be sexually attracted to you.
Can develop into sex.
Thank you, Chris.
What I'm saying is I can meet a guy right now and not be sexually attracted to him, but he can say something, he can do something, he can make me feel a certain way, and then that might change my mind. But you're going strictly off of like a first come, first serve basis. Like we visually see each other and like, hey, I want to have sex. Women don't always think like that.
So is what Mike said earlier true or false?
No, there definitely are some men we will give it up to. We don't have to hear them talk. So we know. That happens, and it has happened before. So we can. I'll be honest. Shit, I didn't even care, but I still need an answer, B.
Bruh. How is she building? It's simple. It's simple. See, what I'm saying ain't complicated. It's only complicated because you want to make it complicated. At the end of the day, I'm talking realistically. I'm talking realistically, okay? See, you think you ain't got that dude, all right? But
I don't have that dude.
We know, and thank you for sharing that.
Oh,
I will never. I don't
Let
have
us
that
know.
dude.
All right. But at the end of the day, if a woman, this simple, if you go out with a man that you are not sexually attracted to and you take his time, his money, his energy, and his resources, you owe. Listen, I'm going to make this straight across the board. There's not one man on this show who dates a woman. Okay, you are a very beautiful lady, sis. Very beautiful. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give you a 7. You think I want to sit across the table from you and I date you just to date you? That's not how men think. And if you know you're not attracted to me and you go out with me,
so you're tricking, B. You just want to trick. You tricking. I don't get it. You might as well just trick off for the corner or something. But I want to know if it's what's at the core of your challenges. That's what I need to know.
No. You see, and you see, no. Stop. And that's that deflection bullshit. See,
we gotta get to the core.
No. Did when you speak, I did not interrupt. Damn it, do not interrupt me. All right.
I apologize, but we gotta get to the core.
Don't you? And no. Do we want to talk about your dad? Do you want to take it there? Okay, then. Don't interrupt me because you got coochie bills.
Oh, with who?
Sis, you got coochie bills, dude?
You got that dude out in these streets. Oh, yes, you do. You going in the NCCD.
He doesn't want to talk about the red flags he can't see or can't identify or overlook.
You see, Ham, I knew this was coming. What they want to do is put it all on me. But Ham, did you get those videos that I sent you about 2 or 3 days ago? That I clipped up. It's not just a bees issue. It's an issue that is going in Arkansas, Florida, Houston. Men are doing podcasts about this. It's not like it's just a bee issue. It happens. Studies have been done on this. So don't say, oh, it's just a bee issue. No. How about we have some integrity and some morals and some values that if you know you're not sexually attracted to someone, you don't go out with them.
I want to know your percentage of getting, going into debt.
See, that's what they want to do. Deflect. Put it
no,
on.
I'm asking you. I'm really asking you, honestly. Like, no, I'm not even trying to be funny. I really want to know, like, what is your percentage? What's your percentage of getting debt? Of getting in, someone getting in debt to you, right? Like, is it like 75%?
It ain't 75. It's I would say 50%. I would say 50%.
Oh, you should. No, you can't. You should. I wouldn't even say the percentage.
Wow.
But at the end of the day, guys, listen. It's simple. See, y'all are trying to take what I'm saying and convolute it and turn it into a rocket science project. All I'm just saying is, if you know you're not attracted to a man, don't go out. Don't waste his time.
We're going.
No. Don't interrupt me. Now that's your third time. Do not interrupt me. Okay?
I thought we had a timer. Where's the timer at here?
Let me say something. If you get to the point where she's giving you her phone number and she's having conversations with you, there was an initial attraction. You did or said something to turn her off.
So
I agree with that.
So you know what? What were you saying, Mike?
Yeah, I agree with that. I hear that from women all the time that you can talk your way out of pussy.
All right, so
100% agree with that.
So
you can also talk your way into some pussy too. So there.
Thank you, Chief. That's all I was trying to say earlier. I may not want it in the beginning, but you're gonna get it at the end of the night.
So hold on. So let's play it. So
and you get it for free.
Go ahead.
So, Isha, okay, cool, great. I'll give all y'all that. So, Isha, let's play it your way. All right. You said the man talks his way out of the cheeks. Okay. So, my question to you would still be: do you go out with men you aren't sexually attracted to?
I do.
That's what it all boils down to.
I do.
Y'all are adding these and that's and this and that's to it. Well, all I'm saying is simply put from the jump, if you know you aren't attracted to them, don't go out. And
but like Love said, that you can talk your way into some cheeks too. I might not be attracted to you, but he talking real good, and I ain't been touched in a minute. I'm gonna let him taste it. He might not go all the way, but he gonna taste something.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit
So,
like that.
B.
Shit like that. Shit like that.
All right, ladies, let me ask a question. Maybe this will help clarify. If you're not attracted, can you still be intrigued?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
So B, if you leverage the ability for them to be intrigued, you could talk your way into some cheeks.
all right, and you know what? I'll give you that. I don't have the best game. I don't have the best charm. I can admit that. Cool. I can admit that. I have issues. But it still goes back to what I said earlier. If you know you're not into that man, don't go out. See, y'all are saying talk your way in or you can talk your way out. In the beginning, if you don't go out, don't give that man a chance to see. Just don't go out. Just don't go out. It's not complicated.
Are you not able to tell whether a woman is interested in you or not?
Oh, let me tell you something. Women play the game very well. A woman will get your number. A woman will go out on a date with you and has no intentions. What I'm saying is research has been done on this. Men have done podcasts on this. It happens. And for the fact that people are saying it doesn't happen and trying to deflect and put it on me is insane. It's an act of delusion. It happens.
No one said it didn't happen. No one said it didn't happen.
No one's putting it on you. You're just talking the most. So that's why we're directing our questions towards you. So
B, well, let me ask a question real quick. So B, if you can talk your way out some cheeks, are they using Coochie credit or have you 50% of the time talked your way out some cheeks?
No. If we go out on a one date and she knows from the jump she's not attracted to me, she owes. Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. You took my time, my money, my energy, and my resources. You owe. Yeah, you do. Yes, you do.
Like, why does she owe Coochie? Why don't she owe something else? Like, you didn't enjoy her company, like,
or cut me a check for my time. Have some morals. Have some integrity.
Most of the time, women are not going on dates with men they're not attracted to. They don't want nothing to do with. If she said yes to a date, it's because you probably didn't hear no when she said it, and you were persistent.
So let's take the low integrity road. So I told him no, but he still, but I told him no, but he still pursued after me. He still chased after me. Accountability. Did you go out with that man?
Well, you need accountability if she said no.
And you kept on begging.
So my question would be is, how was the interaction going forward? Did you still call him? Did you still text him? Maybe he thought he had a chance. That's what I'm saying. I talk to men day in and day out. I talk to women day in and day out. I've done this over the weekend with coworkers, with visitors at my job. I hear these conversations. I talk to people, and I know that happens. There's podcasts that happens. Okay, you still could have led that man on. And all I simply say is, if you know you're not into that man, don't go out.
She was probably just being nice. It's not leading.
Okay, but don't be nice. Be mean. Block. Delete.
You would be satisfied if you went out on a date with a woman and she wasn't interested with you and she paid her bill, so she wouldn't owe you. You'd be good with that?
I would be 50-50 satisfied. Actually, you paid your bill, but you still wasted my time. Don't go out. My God, this is not.
You just so somebody just owes you in general if they go out with you, regardless of if they pay for themselves or anything. That's what it sounds like.
It's not scary. It's not. It's called don't waste people's time. Don't go out.
You just sat there and enjoyed somebody's company, both of you.
Don't enjoy.
You paid your bill, and
don't enjoy the company. Don't enjoy the company. Don't go out.
But here's the thing, though.
Don't enjoy my company. Don't go out, because I'm gonna tell you over here. All right, I want something for my time. I want something for my energy.
Well, I don't think anybody's enjoying your company at this point.
It's not complicated.
Okay. I don't get it. Is anyone else, Chief? You gonna say something, Mike? What's the help him?
Okay, am I saying something that isn't making sense to the men, am I saying something that isn't making sense? All I need is just a yes or a no.
Well, wait a minute. There's the feeling, it's a couple things. There's the feeling of entitlement to think that after I asked you out, knowing that as a man, I was going to spend my money, spend my time, spend my energy, you made that conscious decision to go ahead and pursue her and hang out, right? But after that, you felt entitled, a sense of entitlement that you owe me something in return. That's one thing, right? The other piece of that is, if that is the case and if that is what you want, then why not say that up front to save yourself some time? Now, I do agree with you. There are some people, and I think on both ends, who will go ahead and who will play emotional mind games. They will string people on because of those very reasons. You know what? He's paying for me to do this, he's paying for me to do that. But I think that's on you as a man to have a little bit of more discernment to know what's going on. And it's your decision on if you're going to continue carrying on with that conversation or not. It's on you.
Thank you, Alex. That's a good point. And you can maybe be the man see you as a mark though too. Because some people give off energy. And I'm not being that. I'm just saying, like, some women may just sit there and see, they can feed off energy, right? We can feed off energy all day. And like Alex was saying, I think I'd look at a man in the mirror at times, because it's how you interact. Because if your success rate is even 50-50, like, that's still not passing, right? And so I just want to make sure that you're being the best version of yourself and that you're giving off good energy, so you're not being looked at as a mark. And these women don't want to really be attracted to you. They aren't, but they still go out with you because they know you're going to spend money, or you're a good time with, conversation. You make them laugh, make them feel good, but you're expecting sex or sexual act at the end, but they just might see you as just like a good Judy or All right,
so Asia, if I was to agree with everything you said without argument, hands up, don't shoot. If I was to agree with you, okay, cool, great. However, morals, value, integrity, why would you do that to someone? Don't do it. I'm gonna give y'all the smallest, dumbest story, and y'all are gonna be like, "Gee, that makes no sense." To y'all, it's not, but to me, it does. Last year, started my new job, went to work, had a salad in the refrigerator, and it was hot as hell. There was a bottle of water in the refrigerator. It did not belong to me. I took it. I stole. Guess what I did the next day? I walked to Safeway. I brought a 24-pack of Aquafina water. I brought it back to my job. I pulled in day shift. I waited till evening shift came, and guess what I said? Guys, I took someone's water. I don't know who it belonged to, but I brought everybody in this building for day shift and for evening shift water. Y'all may say, B, it's just water. No, it's not just water. I stole something that didn't belong to me. Have integrity, have some morals, have some values. You took something that did not belong to you. Okay, you went out on a date with a man that you knew you were not attracted to. You took his time, his money, his energy.
Why did you take the water though? Like, you stole the water. That's not a good advantage. You took it.
No. See, that's what I'm saying. To them, it's small. They're missing the principle of the matter. Did you take something that didn't belong to you?
Hold on, B. Wait, so are y'all saying?
Have you ever gone out with a woman that you had no intention?
Wait. Before you ask a question, are you guys gonna acknowledge his analogy?
We just did. He had no morals or integrity when he took the water in the first place.
It wasn't. That is the point.
Wait. If you get lost on the water, I think that you didn't even try. So you're saying that his go ahead, Isha.
So my question is, if he's saying that the woman is still stealing his time and money, so why can't she just take you out on a date and pay for it, and that be okay? Why do you want her to pay for it with Coochie?
Okay, if she's gonna, it's not necessarily about the Coochie. Okay, if she wants to take me out and she pays for it, okay, I mean, I'll give that. But then what's your question? If she pays,
because your analogy, you're saying water for water. You gave water for water, but you want her to give Coochie for a date. That the analogy just doesn't match up.
Coochie for a plate of food.
And how do you know that you didn't waste her time or her energy? Because a woman, we gotta get dressed.
Thank you, Alex.
Okay, I got to get dressed.
Do you ever owe
time, money, energy, and efforts? I wrote that down in the chat, right? So I put in my time. to go ahead and get ready. I've carved out time in my schedule to get there, so I put effort and energy into getting ready. I went out there and I put my best foot forward in trying to have a conversation with you. I may have spent money on my Uber or my Lyft to get there, or whatever little extra stuff that I was trying to do to be in preparation for the day. And then when I got there, maybe you wasted my time because you weren't everything that you portrayed yourself to be when we were texting, when we were talking, when I initially met you. So it's an even trade, right? You wasted my time, you wasted my money, my energy, and my efforts. I wasted an evening out with you, and I didn't have a good time.
All right, so you're talking about getting dressed or whatever. I got dressed too. I had to spray on cologne too.
You said don't deflect me.
It's the same thing.
Is it not the same thing? We're not going to deflect. Is it not the same
No,
thing?
and then your analogy, well, what you want us to know is we need to have morals and integrity up front and be honest with you up front. But from your analogy, you shouldn't have took the water. That wasn't having morals or integrity.
You're right,
So
it wasn't. But
if you wanted to break down this dumbass analogy.
But you're missing the point, sis.
No,
okay? No, you're missing the point.
Explain the point.
The point is, did I pay my debt back? So if you went out with this man and you knew he wasn't attracted to him, did you pay your debt back? See, you got debt.
You have to pay your debt back because you took something that didn't belong to you, sir.
Exactly, Alex.
Yo, B, listen. I'm a ride with the guys, but you got to eat this one, bro. Your analogy didn't balance out right enough.
How did it not balance out?
It didn't balance out because your basic standard was having principles from the jump, right? Your basic standards told the ladies to have integrity and morals off the rip. That's not what you said.
Yes, that's what.
Okay, so they're pointing out that you lack those in that moment, therefore you owe. So to your point, if they lack them in the beginning, then maybe you're right. They owe. However, if they don't take the water, they don't go on a date, then they can't owe, right? So to balance your story out, like, hey, I stole something, I got to pay it back. Motherfucker, if you didn't steal it, you wouldn't have to pay nothing.
All right, so if you don't go out on the date, then you don't owe. That's
right.
Point.
Right.
To take it one step further, Chief, does a plate of food, a cheeseburger and fries equal to my coochie?
All right, so hold on. Wait, Miss I.O. Coochie.
Let me just read this super chat real quick. So Double R Film, shout out to them. Pay these debts in full on behalf of all the women who owe B.
Shit like that.
I want you to read Ray Sean's message to him. Read Ray Sean's message. I want you to read out loud because she's right.
Is it a super chat?
Oh, sorry, Ray Sean.
But B, can
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Nah, I put it up there though.
Can we go back to you wasting a woman's time, energy, and efforts when she didn't have a good time on that date? Because you wasted my time talking to me. You had me believe that we was gonna have a good time. So I did all the things. We were chatting. I got out.
Wow.
Pretty nice. I got fed or whatever, but I didn't have a good time.
Oh, okay.
You was blocking my blessings to somebody else.
You know what it is.
All I did was just say we're gonna go out on a date. I didn't say we're gonna have a good time. We were gonna try to reach for the stars.
Exactly.
I said we were gonna go out.
All right, Mike.
Listen, it's simple.
Let me get Mike in here.
Don't go out.
Let me get Mike in here. B. Let me get Mike in here.
Yeah, D started off strong. Now you're data energy. Now you're making it look terrible, bro. This is not a good look. As a man, you know what I'm saying, you set the tone. You know what I'm saying? And so you have every right to leave a date. I think you're just sitting there, even though they give you a sign that they're not gonna fuck. And so, me, I'll bring up sex at first date. You know what I'm saying? I bring it up in some kind of way just to get a sense of like what you feel about it. And if it doesn't go in my way, then that's the last date. I think I've seen it in the chat. By date 3, you should either get invited somewhere to her place, or you should get some type of action. And then after that, it should be sex. We're grown. You know what I'm saying? We're not in our 20s. We're in our 30s. And so I refuse to believe that women do not feel comfortable giving it up after 3 dates. They give it up first night. You know what I'm saying? If you got a talk game. You know what I'm saying? And so I just feel like you're not really setting the tone as a man, and you're getting upset that women are taking advantage of you.
Okay, so Mike, if I was to agree with you and give you all of that, cool, you got it. It still goes back to my original statement / question. Don't go out. If you as a woman know you're not into me, Don't go out. Shout
Racine,
out to Ray. Love you, lady.
Racine said B still talking. B still talking.
Let that happen.
See, I have a question. So have you ever gone out with a girl and you're on a date and something happened, she said something that just turned you off? Like you had intentions of sleeping with her and she just turned you off and you just decided not to? Do you, and say that she paid her bill, y'all split it in half or whatever it is. Do you owe her now?
No, because it was split in half.
But isn't that what I was saying earlier though? Like if the bill is split, she still don't owe you?
All right, if I were to give you that, okay, cool. All right, cool. I were to give you that. However, everyone is convoluting it, okay? All right. You add too much water to bleach, you dilute it too much. Everyone's diluting it. All I'm simply saying is from the jump, if you as a woman know you're not into a man, don't go out. That's all I'm just saying. Just don't go out. It's not complicated. It really ain't.
How old are you, B?
I'm 31. Okay. That's all I'm just saying. Don't go out.
No, we're going. If we feel like it, we're going.
Can I slide in?
And that's the problem, Hal. That's the problem. But we're going. So you're saying, fuck that, man. I'm going. You're just in it for you, sis. So
I got a question.
You're just in it for you.
I got a question, but Adrian, go ahead.
So I agree with you, B. I think they're not listening to understand. No, seriously. Y'all are not listening to understand his point. His point is, if you're not interested in the man, do you still continue to go out with him? So I don't agree with him by the first date, but after the third date and you're no longer intrigued or you know that you are not interested, then you should not continue to date him. His point with his analogy, I understand that too, B. He was saying, yeah, initially I was wrong, so I owed. So what he is saying is, if initially you're wrong, then you owe. That was the point he was trying to make. We got to listen to understand. And throughout it, every once in a while, I did hear Love say, well, yeah, that's not right. But then y'all kept putting the accountability back on B rather than holding them women accountable who still continue to go out with men knowing they're not interested in the man at all. Y'all barely touched that. It's been the majority of 50 minutes just attacking B. That's why we say women don't hold women accountable.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Women shouldn't do that. Yeah, stay away. It was simply, no, well, B, what are you doing wrong? That's your fault, B. This and that. So I understood you, B.
But Adrian, I definitely agreed. And I said, it is wrong. And a woman knows when she is or she isn't interested. I said, I don't agree with that. And I also said, too, that B has to have some level of discernment to know, okay, like, yo, what's going on? He has to have that, too. So it's not just on the man. It's not just on the woman. It's a two-way street. I can own and say that, yes, like, you know what? She may be leading him on. If you're not feeling him, you need to say that. You need to be adult. You need to be mature about that. But then on the other aspect of it, right? He was being extreme in saying, well, if I do this, then you owe that. But it's also a twofold street, right? I also felt like you wasted my time, money, and energy and efforts. Where does that fall on for me as a woman? So we asked that. We never got that response.
Okay, right, but
it's not the same.
But you spent 30 seconds talking about that woman's not wrong, and then I spent 40 minutes on all of these other.
No. You guys spent 40 minutes. No, y'all spent 40 minutes watching him. No. Y'all watched him for 40 minutes. Y'all didn't chime in for 40 minutes. So let's be honest. Let's start there.
Y'all just wanted to question him.
For a second, y'all wasn't trying to help him out.
Percentage rate.
Yeah, the 50, but if you do sales and you fucking score 50% of the time, that's not bad. So B, if you 50-50, shit, that ain't shit. What's the baseball percentage? Like 300?
He can't be 50-50 with all this energy. He can't be.
I agree. He's very angry. I agree with this. He's angry.
No, because you got unresolved debt. Don't put your bullshit on me.
All right. I'm tired of hearing about this unresolved debt. What is the debt? Is the debt between y'all two?
Wow.
No. Absolutely not. I don't know where. I don't know why him just said that. You know, that's it. No.
Yo, what's going on? B.
No. B thinks I have a lot of unresolved debt. Isha too. I'm just gonna say that. We've been talking about me and Isha for 2 days now. And he couldn't wait to come up here and say that. Okay. No, there's nothing between B and I.
So B, what makes Sis and Isha have unresolved debt?
All I did was say I think Isha got unresolved debt. But Sis, he got unresolved debt. Nah, that's just all I'm gonna say. Oh, you
said Isha got about $10,000 worth of
bills due.
Wow.
Coochie bills due. I hope your family ain't watching this show. You got coochie bills due.
I don't.
Yes,
you didn't say Isha probably got about $10,000 due.
But you know what? I'm not gonna deny it. I'm not gonna deny it.
At least you won't deny it, Isha. Some people will deny it.
I don't owe anybody anything. If they call me and want to take me somewhere, if I feel like going, I'm going.
Oh, if you feel like going. So, Sis, have you ever gone up with a man that you knew you were not sexually attracted to?
I'm going. I don't care.
I didn't ask that bullshit. I did not ask that bullshit from the pits of hell. Have you ever gone out with a man that you were not sexually attracted to? I want a yes or a no. I don't want nothing more or less. Have you gone out with a man you were not sexually attracted to?
Yes, for about
13
years.
You owe that then.
Hold on. Oh, let me finish. You let me finish. So for about 13 years, on and off, I
13
did.
13 years?
Until recently, he got. I mean, not recently, but last year he got some. So I'm good.
His brother waited 13 years to get some?
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Just so I'm clear, he waited 13 years to get some?
13 years?
We are talking about the ones that we put in.
So where do they make these things? 13 years?
Where can I find one?
He was my friend.
No, see, friends don't have.
Yeah, he did. He excluded that in the beginning.
Well, he liked me at B's point. He liked me, but we went out a lot over the course of 13 years.
So you owe that man more than just one, Avery? You owe that man
Did you communicate up front like B said? Did you communicate up front and let him know it wasn't that type of party, but you'll still enjoy going out with him? Or did you just kind of like string him along for 13 years? That shit is crazy, by the way.
That's crazy.
No, it's so many. He could tell that I wasn't attracted to him like that.
Did you say those words?
I think I did.
Nah, that ain't good enough. You think you did? Did you or did you not?
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here.
So in year 7, he still thought there was a chance from the first year because you didn't make it clear to him.
He had to know I had a baby.
Then he didn't have to know. He didn't have to know. You got to tell him.
How doesn't he know?
I mean, hey, some of us ain't that intuitive. We need to direct and up forward.
Here's how you don't know. At some point, that's on you making the choice and decision.
He got it. 13 years later, he got it. So my man stuck to his guns and came with it. You know what I'm saying? But it took him longer than the average man.
It took that long. He made a conscious decision to stay around.
Okay. He must have really wanted that thing because 13 years. Listen, I'll highlight you on the rebound.
I think also like niggas just be going through. So he probably just keeping in contact, but he probably still doing his own thing. And then 13 years later, it come across his table type shit.
That too. That too.
I mean? But I seen some niggas just like that nigga probably was a fucking.
But no, it ain't like that. We not going out for 13 years, fam. It's not happening. Like I can see it coming across his table 13 years later, but I'm not taking you out once a year for 13 years. It's not.
He took you out once a year for 13 years, sis.
Several.
It was so that's even worse.
That's not the nigga that. That's my point, though. That's not my problem. That sounds
yes,
like
it is.
No, I agree with B. That's kind of your problem. Like you got to let this man know he ain't getting none.
Taking advantage.
That's my point.
So y'all that dumb? You guys, you can't figure that out.
No, listen. This guy, I'm sure these gentlemen ain't that dumb. We not waiting 13 years to get no tang. You out of your fucking mind.
We're just saying it gotta be spelled out. It doesn't have to be spelled out.
Men like clarity. So in those, so I'm led to believe. Yeah, I'm led to believe you were leading him on for many of those dates.
Mike said 13 years is not even the same cheeks no more.
She did, and you said you had a baby too, right? to Mike's point.
Hey, Mike Brown said, "Damn, sis."
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
That's crazy. So, women, you admit to the intentional abuse, then? Huh?
Y'all supposed to be the leader, so I don't know why you're not.
Oh my God!
I'm just saying.
Oh my God!
You know what's crazy? I guarantee you, every single one of them has a story like that. Maybe not 13 years, but they've strung along somebody at some point in their life.
And you know what's funny, Ham? Throughout all of this, you see, this is what society has told women: that when a man and a woman is in an imbalanced power situation, and when a man uses his powers to deceive a woman, he's a dog. He's a snake. He is the lowest form of anything that walks the face of the earth. But when they do it, he's the leader, or he should have known, or
man's got a point.
The signs was there. Just like when we was at Lydia's and that light-skinned bitch, I was going in on her. And what did she do? When she couldn't take the smoke no more, she called out Uber and she left as soon as you walked over to the table. And not only that, the bitch blocked me on Instagram. So she knew I was going in on that.
Wow.
That bitch owed Coochie credit. You see, this is what society has told women. A man doesn't, he's a dog. He's a snake.
Do you talk to the women like that when you're on dates with them? Because you're gonna talk yourself out some pussy for real.
Well, see, that is irrelevant. That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. I can care two shits less about her. At the end of the day, what society has told women is this: he should have known. He's a leader. But we do it. We're dogs and snakes. This shit is ridiculous.
So, B, I will agree with you if that's what it takes. Women do waste men's time. Not all the time.
Don't agree because if that's what it takes.
No, what I'm saying, no, just take the statement for what it is. Women do waste men's time, period. Like, it happens. It's not all the time, but it happens. Okay? But I think you need to think about maybe why some women do it sometimes. Like, have you thought about that at all?
No, I thought about when we're going to restore morals, integrity, and value back into society. What I've thought about is when are women going to start being straight up, direct, and forward? Not saying that you 5 women are not, but what I am saying, well, with the exception of sis, that she ain't up for it about a damn thing. But what I am saying is, when are we going to restore values and integrity back into society?
But I think
How about we be honest? How about we be honest? How about that?
Can you acknowledge that there's a difference between being attracted to somebody and being sexually attracted to them? That going into a date or something with a guy, especially for women, that's 2 different things. One can develop, you can be turned off from it. Like,
it's not complicated. Y'all are making this
But women are more complicated than men, though. So we're not making it complicated. It is complicated, and you can't just have like a blanket statement for it.
It's complicated because you want it to be complicated. All right, so let's do it your way. Hey, Chris, how are you? My name is Brian. I saw you from across the club. Would you like to go out on a date? Yes or no?
No.
Thank you. That's not complicated.
but you're not.
Shit like that. Shit like that.
Point like
shit. Shit like that.
No, that wasn't the conversation. The conversation was about you being out on a date with somebody, and you're talking about being sexually attracted. And we were basically saying, like, sometimes you don't know if you're sexually attracted to that person. You could be attracted to them physically, but then you get on the date, and the sexual part of it just either is not there or it can develop.
So then, like I said, if you did it in good faith, and that just does not apply to you. I'm smoking. See, y'all are trying to flood the mud.
Hold on.
No, I agreed with you. So, I said it happens, but I'm just trying to get you to acknowledge that there are
Mike,
other
what'd you say?
parts to it.
I was going to say, so physical attraction isn't sexual attraction to you? These are 2 different things?
No.
Explain.
It's not.
Someone could be good looking, but they may not be sexually attracted. Someone could be physically, aesthetically pleasing, but until they open their mouth,
exactly,
maybe they say something, it's just like, you know what, never mind.
So don't go out.
I kind of agree with being that point, but to elaborate on the physical attractiveness and the sexual attraction, I definitely believe there's levels to it, because we can see a woman across the room who looks good, who looks great, you know what I'm saying? But that doesn't necessarily mean we're sexually attracted to her. Like there's a girl who can walk in the room just by the way she walked. The walk is sexy. Now I got something, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm into it.
Yeah.
So I think there's definitely levels to it, because there's girls who I think are really pretty, but I'm not attracted to them.
Yeah.
And that goes back to my original point an hour ago. Literally, there's other ways of being attracted to someone, and I go on a date with you. It doesn't have to be sexual.
So B, I hate to put you on the seat. So you direct question. Have you ever talked your way into some pussy?
Yes, I have.
Have you ever talked your way out of some pussy?
Yes, I have.
Okay. So the there's
But this isn't about that. But this isn't about that.
I hear you.
At the end of the day, if you are a female and I am a man, which I am and forever will be, and I approach you as a woman, and I say to you throughout the course of a conversation, let's go out on a date. And if you know for a fact as a woman you're not attracted to me, don't test the water to see where it's going to go. Don't go out. That's
so to
that's
my previous point, B, to my previous point, if you acknowledge that you talked yourself out of some pussy, think about the last woman who owed you some, who got a little coochie debt with you. Did you talk yourself out of it?
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah.
I gotta play devil's advocate here, because if you talk yourself out of it, then does she still owe you? How about that? Better question. If a man talks himself out of the coochie, does she still owe him?
Did she date that man in good faith? See, I would have to ask these questions.
No, B. Here's why. But Chief's two-part question also kind of is contrary to your point, because if you talked yourself into some pussy before, then you should go on that date to take that chance, that opportunity to talk yourself into some cheeks.
But it's for the woman. If she is not into me, do not go out.
How much?
Out some cheeks is two totally different things.
Mike, see if your headphones are connected, because you sound far away a little bit.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but just see if they're actually connected, because it sounds like you talking through your computer.
Oh yeah.
Chief, you had a question?
No, I mean, I'm just listening to the brother go with it, and I just think that if he can acknowledge that he talked himself out of some pussy. Now, if he's going on a date before and shorty wasn't attracted to you, B, and you talked your way into it, should she have not gone?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So to Hamp's point,
absolutely. Yeah, you should not have gone.
Can balance. Now, B,
absolutely, you should not have gone. You were not attracted to
B.
You should not have
B. All right, stop repeating the same points, please. Now, question. What about the question of scrolling, B? Because I'm assuming that you think this is what's happening most of the time, that most women are intentionally using coochie credit.
I mean, with that, I can't say yes to that, because there's millions of women. I would have to sit down and interview them all. I would just say it does happen. I that's all I can say. Are they intentionally using coochie credit? Okay, so to answer your question, if you know you're not attracted to me and you go out, then yes, you're intentionally using.
Are most women so banks do audits, right?
Absolutely.
They're not gonna audit. They can't do their due diligence. They can't audit half of the mortgages, right? So they'll take samples from here, samples from there, samples from here, right? And they'll use that and create an idea or an assumption. But they can't. It's impossible to sample all the women. So based on your here and theirs, answer the question.
Yes.
Okay. So if this is your premise, then what he's saying, Mike, what we're saying probably doesn't apply, because he's assuming that most of them are intentionally using coochie credit.
It's simple.
You feel me?
Yeah, he needs some therapy. He needs an intervention, Adrian.
Oh, hold on. Wait, listen. Hold on. You see him? And you know what I can admit to him? You see, like I did on the show last month, and Asia said that she loved it, is this. I can take accountability for my actions. I can admit I have issues. I can admit that I'm a very rambunctious dude. I can admit I'm not for everyone. I can admit that. But how about you admit that you go out with men that you know for a fact you aren't sexually attracted to? That's called using and manipulating. So sis, a woman who's as beautiful as you, I could care less what happens to a woman like you, because you're just in it for you.
You
That's
know,
called using and
I
manipulating.
have a question. I have a question for
Hold
you.
on. Somebody was just saying something.
yeah,
Mike, were you saying something?
yeah. So
And then Chris, you could jump in.
to Dee's point, let's say you have a job, you're going for a job, and they come in, you drive to the job, and they say, hey, meet with the manager. Okay. You drive back home, and they say, all right, come back for a second interview. And then you meet with another supervisor, drive back home. You come back up there again and you interview with a committee, drive back home. And then come back up there for a fourth interview, and then you interview with the CEO, go back home. And then they send you a letter saying, thanks for your time, we went to another candidate. You would feel some kind of way about that rejection. You would feel like you were owed something because you spent all that time and effort and money interviewing, getting ready, getting dressed. You'd feel some kind of way. And that's where I think Brian is trying to go. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a good.
After a certain amount of time, you feel like you're owed something because of time and effort and money spent.
That's
a
good
great.
point.
That's a great example, and great analogy. At the same exact time, you just weren't the right candidate for that position. You put your best foot forward. You played your part, and you just weren't the right candidate for that position. It's that's how it goes. That's the purpose of going on the interviews with these different people or different times. We'll say, right? It's to see if this really is. Hold on,
B.
This really is a good fit. Is this a good fit? You passed the first one. Okay, I wouldn't mind doing this again. Do number 2. Because if it goes to different levels, I like it. Okay, cool. But maybe that last time, that third time, is like, yeah, this isn't cutting the mustard. This isn't what I thought. This is not what I choose to give my body to. Because we're talking about coochie credit, not hugs credits, not kiss credits, not spiritual credits. So I choose not to give my body to this person because it's just not a good fit. That is not malicious. It just, you just didn't pass the test. That's all.
But you're still going to feel some kind of way, right? Regardless of, I'm not saying it's wrong, but you're going to say, damn, I went on 4 dates with, Aisha, sis. And she
what could I have done with the right course of actions? What could I have done better for the next time? What could I have done? What can I do better the next time? Think about it that way. Can men, let me ask y'all men on the top, the 5 of y'all top, can you take accountability for that though? Like, think about it. For the analogy of the interview, right? If you got to the third level, third date, whatever, and it was a no, it's not about, I'm mad because I didn't get it. What can I do better? Let me take an introspective look on what can be done better the next time. That's all. So take some accountability for that as well, too. Not every woman's being malicious and taking you through these 3 different levels of dates or 3 different interactions with you. It's an interview. And that was a great analogy, Mike. Awesome, because that's truly what it is.
So do you, for sis in particular, because you are the one who referenced that you went out with a dude without being sexually attracted to him, do you go with an open mind thinking that maybe he can knock the wall down, no pun intended, and you invite him in, or you go knowing he ain't gonna get none regardless of the matter? Like, if that's, I guess that's the main question, because if you know off rip, regardless of what he does, what he says, what kind of cologne he wearing, whatever moves he puts on you, he ain't getting none. If you go with that one,
I've done both.
You got Coochie Bills due out there. You got that dude.
So, sis, you went out with a not a chance in hell before?
Now, sis.
Hold on, B. Adrian, you unmuted, and then I know Chris has something too. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm gonna help you, B. I'm about to help you, right? When you communicate with most women, a lot of times their response is not a rebuttal against you. It's more of an in addition to what you are saying. So if you look at it like that, that'll help keep you from getting so, because that's all they're doing. So they agree with your point of, if a woman is completely not interested in you, they shouldn't go out with you. So everything else they're saying is not a rebuttal, it's an addition to. It's hard to understand. That hit me today when I was communicating with her. So if you keep that in mind, that'll help you with your frustration. It's almost like they can't just stay right where you are at. They have to give their addition to.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Chris.
So I guess my question is, just listening to you, B, you kept talking about like the approach, not the actual date with the person. You're talking about asking them out and them leading you on from there. Like you never really got into sitting down at the table with them or whatever activity y'all were doing. You were just like in that initial approach. If she knows that she's not attracted to me, she should say no. Then you never even got to the date. Is that correct?
Absolutely. No,
he doesn't want to get to the date.
I don't want to get to the date.
Right. So do you? So you're basically saying you automatically know walking up to a woman, approaching her to ask her out, like where it's gonna go or what your intentions are. You've never been intrigued by somebody and just want to know a little bit more and like get to the date. It's just like a yes or a no.
You can answer that. No.
That's not wasting somebody's time trying to get to the date to figure it out.
No. You ain't have to finish that. I want some cheeks. If I approach her, I intend to get some cheeks.
That's it. Like nothing else.
Then he needs to tell her that up front. Then, and if he doesn't say that up front, then he's lacking morals.
Exactly.
Nobody says that though.
But yes, they do.
Why
I
not?
went on a date with somebody. And he was
what
like,
I'm saying is, I never approached a woman like, "Hey, I'm just trying to get some cheeks." But I approached her because I wanted some cheeks.
But don't you think you get a better result if you just said that? Not in that way, but like just allude to the fact like.
How do I go ahead? Tell me how to say it. Tell me how to say it.
Tell you how to say it?
Yeah, tell me how to say it.
Are you going to date with somebody? I'm gonna tell you how to.
Wait, no, Isha, hold on. I want to hear this. What did you say? Hook up?
So I went on a
date
with a guy, and I immediately knew.
No. Tell me how to say. Tell a woman the truth.
I'm going to tell you what he said to me.
No, spit it to me. Spit it to me. Go. Nervous ass.
Are you into hookups? I saw it on your profile.
Bruh, put him in a fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Yeah. The security would have been called so fast.
So wait a minute.
They out of there.
How do men then have one night stands if they're not being just straight up and just saying, "I'm trying to do whatever"? Like I'm sure you don't say, "I'm trying to have sex with you right now."
Yeah. So
how does that happen?
The environment happens, right? So the environment lends itself to that type of energy too, right? And what's understood don't need to be explained. That's how a lot of one night stands happen.
But men are forward too. I went on a date with a guy. We had a small date, in the beginning, and he said, "Are you going to spend the night with me?" I said no. But he's still invited me to go to dinner, and we went to a little club after. By the end of the night, I changed my mind. See, he talked his way into some pussy.
Yo, man, I don't think women like and value honesty as much as you guys act like you do. I think you want a motherfucker to say you a little bit of the dream up the creek, like what happened with Isha. He drinking 1942 at the club. She said, "Oh shit, I thought that little Chili's date wasn't shit." You know what I mean? I think you want a little bit of fluff on it. Ain't no nigga just shooting out the gate. Yo, I'm trying to get some cheeks. What's up, bro? I'm trying to hook up.
It was outside. Like, B want to spend all this money and appear like he got it like that. No, take the bitch to get some ice cream. Sit down and have a conversation with her. And if the conversation ain't going the way you want to, then you don't spend no more money.
All right. So if I were to give you that, Isha, and I agree with you, okay, cool, great. I agree with you on that. But still, it goes back to y'all. Don't go out if you know for a fact you're not into that man the same way. Don't go out. You see, about a month or two ago, we had a discussion. It was saying, are men who was raised by single mothers, is that a red flag? And lots of people said yes. But guess what? A single mother taught me. You have morals, value, integrity. Don't lie. If you do lie, go back to that person, tell the truth. If you do steal, pay back double what you owe. She taught me discipline. Don't go out with someone you're not into is all that I simply say.
But B, are you approaching her like, yo, I'm trying to fuck, so you gonna give me the buns? I'm gonna pay for food.
Okay, but like Ham said, ain't nobody that bold. Hey, let me get some cheese. I'm trying to get some buns. No, ain't nobody that.
You need to be, because that's what it sounds like you want.
Okay, so if that's the case, I'm gonna be that bold as you say, and then in about a month or two, I'm gonna come back to you and tell you the results, and we're gonna see if the results are better or worse.
Fuck around, you might still go 50-50.
And if you're doing all that for some coochie, you better be laying it down, because you're gonna owe after if you're not. I got some stories to tell you. I got some stories to tell you.
Man, oh man, oh man.
But you know what?
Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
If you ask somebody on a date and they say yes, that's actually an opportunity, man, for you to convert.
But how many women? Okay, but that's what I'm saying.
Time.
But there's a thing called foodie calls, where what I'm saying is it happens when women will go out for the sole purpose of just getting a free meal. It happens, which is what I'm saying. I've sent Hamp these clips. I've sent Hamp these Facebook posts. It happens. It's actually, for real, a study has been done on it. It happens, is all that I'm saying. And
so, B, is your assumption, so if you knew that you had a shot, but she was unsure, would you go out on that date?
If I had a chance, but I was unsure, meaning if I
wasn't sure if she was feeling you or not.
I'm gonna be honest. At this point in life, I say don't test the waters. If you're not into me from the jump, don't go out.
Jesus Christ.
Don't waste my time. Don't go out. No, I'm not interested. I don't want to.
How does a person get to know you then?
Well, listen, I value my time, and if from the jump you're not into me, don't go out.
But you know, risk and reward go hand in hand, B.
Well,
you're gonna have to take some L's in life.
Yeah, you are, B.
But how many L's does one keep taking?
No, that's the question. Have you taken too many L's?
That's what it sounds like.
I'll admit, yes, I've taken lots of L's. But again, what I ask is simple. All right. And Asia, absolutely correct. Yes, I've taken a few L's. But all I seem to say is just don't go out. But don't go out. Just don't waste my time. Don't go out. Don't test the waters. Just don't go out.
Honestly, for you though, I feel like you need to go out because you can turn a lot of people off initially just from sitting here talking to you. Like people will have to get to know you to do something.
But you're still missing the point. If initially you as a woman don't find me attractive and you don't want to get to know me, and if I ask you out, don't go out. You're saying someone off.
D, listen to what she said.
A woman could be attracted to you and you just turned her off just by how you are right now.
Because y'all aren't getting the point. It's not rocket science.
No, B. She's saying your initial approach can suck. But as people get to know you, you can reel them back in.
Okay. I get it.
So, Adrian, back what you said before, right? Y'all ain't listening to understand, right? Right, Adrian? Is that what we're talking about right now that just happened? I wanted you to be vocal and say that. Okay.
Wait, but hold up. But y'all wasn't listening to understand for an hour and 15 minutes. Too. Yeah. And it's 5 of y'all, and it was really just me.
Alex tried. I think Adrian's point is chronic with y'all. It was acute with B, and then he got checked on it, and then he acknowledged.
No, all of us down here acknowledge that it's not right. I mean, come on.
Not true.
We all did. I know
I did. I don't think it's not right.
Sid said it too. She did it for 13 years, but she still said it wasn't right. Everybody down here said it wasn't right.
Now, Adrian's point, hour and 20 minutes later. Shout out to Sid. Hey man,
I'm so wrong. I think it's right. I think you live life. Do what you want to do.
And that's the problem. We live in a world where people want to do what they want to do, and that'll get you fucked up. Have you ever watched The First 48? Have you ever watched Snap? Have you ever watched Fatal Attraction?
So sensitive. Want to hurt people because you sitting there buying a meal, nigga? No, if you want to hurt people and Snap,
I didn't say what I want to do.
Not you.
No. But it happens, is what I'm saying. You cannot toil with a man's feelings.
Hey man, I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I gotta be. I want to rock with you. You seem like a hella fun person to hang out with. But it's just you acknowledge you took a whole bunch of L's, man. This shit's coming across bitter as fuck right now.
It's not bitter.
It just sounds like
no.
I get it. So in my head, so listen. From my theory, just listening to it. I'm trying to have your back, and I'll do the best I can to have it. But you acknowledge you took a bunch of L's, so it sounds like you just venting because you took a bunch of L's, and perhaps maybe some introspection, like Asia was saying. And I mean, in nigga terms, get your game up.
Is it ever okay to go out with someone you're not sexually attracted to? Yes or no?
All right. Let's do this.
But you know what? You need to stop taking these chicks out and paying the tab. You don't always have to pay. you could take them to dentists. I mean, I don't know what your wall cycle, what you spend, but I think that may be some of what's causing this is you're paying this money and you're not getting any return. So just stop paying.
You live in all them free museums, you better go to one. Yeah. There's plenty of them.
Because if I don't spend money, then I don't really give a shit.
You know what's so crazy though? Me and Mike spent at least $1 million one weekend. And we wasn't even trying to get no cheeks. It was just girls that was with us. This was a while ago. And we just like, here, we going to this place, that place, we popping. It's just me and him. I'm looking for backup. I'm like, nigga, you were committing this shit. And and vice versa. Like, we were just, man, I don't know. But yes, I agree. Make it free if that shit gonna hurt you some type of way, for sure. Listen, man, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit the like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. All right, I gotta ask this question. All right. I have to ask this question. Give me a second. True or false? A man's weakness is the facade of his strength. A woman's strength is the facade of her weakness. And I asked this because it seems like, and when we were just talking, women can bounce in and out of like being strong, but then not being accountable. Or I could do this, that, and the third, and I want all this equality, but then the man should lead, so it's not my fault. Right? And in a man's strength, a man's weakness is the facade of their strength. You always got to stand up. You always got to be stoic. And then they call you toxic, and then they can me too you and all this other shit. So true or false? A man's weakness is the facade of his strength. A woman's strength is the facade of her weakness.
Well, women's collective lack of accountability is a source of strength. And I stand on that. I think they don't hold each other accountable in the way that they expect men, especially black men, to hold each other accountable. Like they do fucked up shit. I mean, to B's point, not giving them pussy would take, when he takes them out, but it's just you all dodge accountability when it suits you.
And to piggyback off of that, if you notice, Chief was talking to B about some stuff, Hamp, Mike, me, but ain't none of them women down there say nothing to sis.
Wow. Hey, shit like that. Shit like that.
Man's got a point.
So that's all. I'm done. That's it.
That man's got a point.
Somebody in the bottom row, unmute. Oh my God.
Whatever, Adrian, but I can't figure out I can't break this down in my mind right now. I don't Mike, help.
I told you about that.
What did we mean by the question? Can somebody further explain?
All right, Chris, was Chris gonna answer?
No, I was just gonna answer that last part. Like, you were absolutely right about that point, Mike and Mr. White. We didn't say anything to sis. For me personally, I didn't say anything to her because I don't really know her like that. It's not my place. But I already said that I don't agree with that type of behavior.
They don't know B.
Yeah, I don't know B.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought y'all knew each other, so I thought I was an odd man out here.
See,
shit like that.
So, can anybody? What do you think? Is it true or false?
So, I'm trying. I was quiet for a long time. Normally, I'm not, but I was just trying to break it down. So, a woman's strength. So, for example, I'm gonna break it down. Help me. My strength, I believe, is communication. And what you're saying is it's a facade, or it's a mask for my weakness, which is it's a mask for what?
A woman's strength is the facade of her weakness.
Yeah.
So a woman can a damsel in distress whenever you need to. Right. You can fold whenever you want to. You don't have to be accountable. Then you can cry. And then when you cry, now everybody's looking. Or I showed a video when a nigga was getting drug around in the Dollar Tree by the girl. he threw her off his hair and everybody jumped on him, and she was dragging him and punching him for the 30 seconds.
And so do it the other way for the man.
So that same example, right? Because he was a man and he's stronger and whatever the case is, and he let her do it for a while because he knows what the outcome is going to be. And finally he grabs her and tosses her, and of course everybody jumped on him.
Got it. Okay, thank you for that.
Which makes men vulnerable in a way. So what you think? Is it true? See, Adrian, when I get real deep with these niggas, boy, good God almighty.
You don't want us to sit and just talk and say crazy. You want us to be contemplative, right? You don't want us sitting there just spouting off nonsense. Let's be.
I know y'all though. I know y'all.
No, you don't. I'll be very contemplative.
Any other topic, y'all just go.
Y'all just shot, Rambo. Shot.
Damn, yo, did I hit him with a curveball?
Yeah, you hit him with something.
Yo, that's why
I think I understand what the question is. I don't think that Black women can play that role like that because we're always portrayed as being a strong Black woman. I think if you were talking to a group of white women, absolutely.
Yeah, I thought a white fragility is when he was saying that. So I definitely agree with that statement. That white woman crying over everything when ain't nothing wrong and everybody runs to her.
That's why we couldn't relate to it. That's why we couldn't relate.
I ain't never cried and anybody ran to me. So
look close, fellas. Look close, fellas. You see what just happened?
What just happened?
Look close.
Y'all are so crazy.
He should just said something, and it sounded good to their ears, and they just roll with the shit, bro. Oh my God!
Wow! Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
You're able to elaborate, so don't do that. Because when you hear the terms of damsel in distress, and when you hear of and you think of, at least for me initially, I'm thinking of white women. White women tears are real, right? So when you compare it to Black women, and you always say we're talking about Black people, okay. So for us as Black women, it's not relevant because we don't get to go ahead and be the damsel in distress. We don't get to go ahead and cry, and then the world stops and they're looking at us. That's not true for us as Black women.
Who?
We couldn't relate to it, Ham. We couldn't relate.
What are
to
Black men? You think Black men are getting in trouble over white women?
We were trying to understand him and answer appropriately. And Isha triggered a response, and she got us thinking, and then we were able to go ahead and express and expound from there. You can't.
You know what I love, Chief? You know what I love? It's recorded.
I mean,
people are going to see this and see them not try to process it because it is so-called strong, and I can't believe it. Go ahead, sis.
No, yeah, it's like, are you saying like, is this similar to the loudest person in the room is usually the weakest? So is that their facade? And
well, I mean, look at the courts. Can we use that maybe? Because it hasn't been proven that we've been great moms overall by ourselves, and yet men get huh?
We're great moms.
Who?
The mothers on this panel.
Are you saying panel?
Oh, I mean, well, the majority.
Mike, B. You see what's happening?
What's the problem?
All right, just watch. Just take note. What'd you say now, sis?
What? What do you mean we're not great moms? Okay, can you elaborate before I even respond? My bad.
You single. There's outliers, right? So single mother homes do pretty poorly.
Well, when I watch the Super Bowl, for example,
What I ain't done. We get ran through. I just paused so I can cut you off. We get ran through the court. We get run in the court system by y'all all the time.
No.
Leverage this, that, and third. Matter of fact, I got an anecdotal example. Sarnice came out with a video, right? She taking care of all 4 of the twins. This nigga gonna say, that's my wife, by the way, everybody listen. This nigga gonna say, yeah, my husband's in Texas. And so I'm doing this, that, and the third. What the fuck am I doing in Texas? You think I'm just chilling? She left out the part that I came home from DJing at 12, got the kids because I knew I was leaving. My plane left at 5 a.m. I stayed up all night with the smallest babies. Got on the plane, got off the plane, did a move, 80 boxes, 40 pieces of furniture, got back on a plane and was back home before the fucking sun came up. But all that shit was left out. God forbid I work 80 hours a week. But no, these niggas, man, she's a superhero. Da-da-da. What the fuck you think I'm doing?
I said that. I said there's nothing like the strength of a black woman. And I said she deserves all the things, all the flowers.
And it's not mutually exclusive, right? But the point is we get left out and you guys can leverage that type of stuff still. Even if your struggle is more difficult than white women. I'm kicking out.
Black women.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
I'm just trying to figure out what you want us to say to that.
Yo, you know how I be clickbaiting. I'm about to.
I know you. I know you're gonna chop and split. I already know it's gonna get 5,000 views in 5 minutes. Cause
all right, I can't. I'm a transition because y'all getting killed on this one. Yeah. All right, let me ask y'all a question that I think y'all like. Jesus Christ, man!
Put him in a fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come.
Oh yeah, we so smart. We get all these degrees, nigga. It's in basket weaving.
But you understand that you're posing questions, Sam, that you've already contemplated. So cut it out. You give it to us.
How you figure that?
You didn't just think of it 5 minutes ago.
I did just post that question based on what was being said.
Just think about it 5 minutes ago is what I'm saying.
You know what's crazy?
Question, because we took forever to understand what you were trying to say for this question.
Oh, it's clean though. It's clean. It's clean.
Don't give too many props because all y'all on the top row. Oh, child. Okay, go ahead. We can move on. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you. You got your ass kicked.
We don't get any credit. We don't get any credit though.
Alex done left and everything. What'd you say, sis?
We don't get any credit. Single black mothers. We watching the NBA and football, NFL. I'm sure a lot of those men have single mothers. We don't get any credit.
You get all the credit. What are you talking about?
That's the point of the question. You get all the credit.
No. Cut it out. We get no credit. He sat there and said that we're the worst. He literally said that. Rewind that back.
What, single mothers? Statistically?
Exactly.
No. He said those households typically produce
poorly.
Children that are worse off. Right.
Yeah,
it's true.
You think because a nigga can run and jump and tackle his mom? No, that's genetic.
Right. But as far as like celebrating single black moms, it happens all the time.
LeBron James didn't do no homework.
What'd you say?
LeBron James didn't do no fucking homework. You think he was doing homework in middle school? He was 6'6".
I thought money makes a lot of a man's status and ego. I thought it helps.
No, we're saying when you say the NFL players, when you say that we watched the Super Bowl and it was people that came from single parent households.
A lot of them.
They are athletes. Mm-hmm. How much schoolwork do you think they doing? People will make sure they okay.
But it took the single mother to take him to practice. It took the single mother to make sure I'm saying this.
There was a man involved in that development.
Not always. We're talking about single parents, single black women. What Pam was talking about.
A lot of them get up there.
There are a lot of single mothers going to football practices and sitting on the sidelines
for the wrong reason.
Get out there. It don't matter as long as
what's the reason, Ham? What's the reason?
Hey, Ham, when you was coaching your team, how many single black moms were coaching?
0.
How many? Shit like that.
How many single black moms were mentoring?
0.
About coaching. We're talking about coaching.
What are you talking about?
He's making a point that it's men involved in their lives because, to Mike's point, and I didn't even think about it. The moms used to call me when the boys wasn't doing right at school. Chief, does that happen?
All the time. I mean, I don't no discredit to the moms dropping the kids off, but we're the ones pouring into y'all children.
Yeah,
and we are too, though.
They got to keep them alive and keep them coming back day to day too, and then you do your part while you're on the field. But
you drop them off, we bring them back home.
Yeah, bring them back home.
No, I think that single moms put their kids in sports so that they have a positive male role model. So no one's trying to discredit you, but women do take a lot of sacrifices. I know my sister,
right?
She sacrifices every day for her kids.
As to imply that we don't, or I'm confused.
No, it's just saying no. Her point is this: do not discredit us, because she was sat there and said we're not discrediting you guys. And Hamp literally rewind the tape.
What did he say?
Go ahead.
He said we're the worst. He said we produce the worst.
That's not what he said.
What did he?
Yes, that's exactly what he said. Please rewind it. Please rewind it.
Single mother-led homes, the children do more poorly. That's a fact.
Especially y'all. You said especially y'all, meaning the black mothers. You said it. Please rewind that.
What does that mean? What are you saying?
But he never said that y'all were the worst. He just
what are you
said
talking about?
The children usually perform poorer.
Yeah.
That's synonym for we're the worst.
Oh, it's not.
I can't wait to watch this back again later. I can't wait to watch this back later, and I'm gonna chop it up. I'm gonna
I actually have to disagree with you. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear the worst part. So
yeah,
I did.
Exactly.
I definitely heard it.
Now,
I can't wait.
Asia, question. What people are doing worse than black people in America?
And we mean worse than what? In education, worse than
anything.
What? I mean, we're the number one consumers. Yeah,
I mean, I would think maybe the Latinos. The Latinos doing pretty bad.
Families, and they've been raising up significantly.
You asked me.
Their families aren't broken like ours.
They all live together.
They all live together. Yeah, I mean, you remember back in the day, the Mexican joke, right? It'd be 40 of them in the car, 50 of them come out the house. You remember when the Chinese people that worked at Fortune Walk, they all live in that one house down the street, all 60 of them, and they all go to work and come home at the same time? So who's doing statistically worse than us?
I am not. I'm not gonna let you discredit black women. And please know, like I said plenty of times before.
Look at what's scrolling. Mike, look at I'm pointing at. Look at you see what's scrolling. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Like I said before, all these single family homes, single mothers, right? We didn't make the kids by ourselves. We're not asexual. We didn't just create them on our own. There was a man that did it. So if we're single parents, we're single mothers and whatnot, where are the fathers?
So can I say something? Let me jump in, right? I think that like y'all are getting offended because his point, he didn't list the why. So there's several reasons why. He's just stating the overall fact that children who come from single parent homes, single women led homes, because that's the majority, don't do well. And so now y'all are listing all of these reasons to justify it, but regardless of the reason, it doesn't change it. It's not an attack. It's just what it is. It's not to say that y'all are not doing the best that y'all can. It's not to say that y'all don't love these kids. It's not saying that y'all have everything that y'all need. It's not saying that men are trying to do this and that or what we're not doing. He's just stating this is the end result. It's not a discredit to black women. It's literally what's happening. And if you can't accept that is happening, we will be content with continuing to do it because y'all just feeling like we're trying to attack you versus looking at the reality of, damn, as a black woman, my child is not going to do as well. Let me make sure that I'm pushing people in the narrative of the importance of staying together as a family. That's what I need to be pushing instead of fighting a fact. That's all.
This is a debate podcast, and what would your response be if he just made the blanket statement? There's a lot of niggas out here creating these single women.
My response would be right. 49% of us are. That's a lot.
There is. It's a lot of raggedy niggas out here.
Well, so here's the stat: 50% of black men, 51% are single and childless. 30% are married. So what's left? 21?
9.
29. So whatever that percentage that's left, 29% of the men are having all these goddamn babies. Because if you got the married ones and you got the ones that are single and childless, i.e. Mike, i.e. B, women fucking 25%
like me who 4 women. Yeah, then you got niggas like me who got 4 different women with kids. You know what I'm saying?
You got the 4 for 4.
Right there, that don't got nothing.
You
so,
and him.
again,
Don't count yourself out of that statistic. You and him.
Go ahead. 20%.
But what do you say to yourselves? What do you say to the young black men that are watching and listening to y'all?
We got to do better.
Damn sure.
You all
Absolutely. Me and Nick was talking about this. How we be like, yo, all of these kids.
We
and
had
shit.
that
We were
conversation.
talking about it last night.
We need to bring shaming back. It should be a shame to have. Go ahead, Mike, Chief.
No, I was just saying. Remember the conversation we had last week talking about just the circle of people you hang yourself around. Like you say, what we say to the young kids, we would obviously tell them to do better, but we also don't associate ourselves with them people. Like I said, hey, how many of people in your circle don't take care of their kids? How many men in your circle don't take care of their kids?
Yeah, that's a fact. You're
None,
right.
because we ain't around them niggas.
Yeah.
It would make it very uncomfortable for them to be around.
Absolutely.
It wouldn't be a good space. Well, we have that going on. Can the lady say the same?
Can we say the same what? No, can we say the same what?
So well, accountability. But like, let's say your girl is fat and out of shape.
Mm-hmm.
Mike will tell me in a heartbeat, nigga, you fat. Go get da-da-da. Right? Anybody. Chief, it don't matter. They'll tell, nigga, what you doing?
Yeah.
But I don't see that from women.
Well, you don't hang around a lot of women. At least you shouldn't. So I can tell you what I know. Right?
Uh-oh.
Yes. I hold
from the anecdotes.
hold ourselves accountable because we want to be the best versions of ourselves. And when it doesn't go along with the propaganda, the narrative that you want to spout, it goes, here we go. Here come the jokes. No, I'm telling you what it is.
It's not.
According to who, Hamp? You?
I mean, if we go based off of Mr. White's comment just a little while ago, like we all had a direction for B in regards to some of the way he was thinking or whatever, but not one of y'all took an opportunity to say anything to sis.
Cut it out. Cut it out. I'm gonna tell you, cut it out too, because we all sat there and said, and she even admitted that it wasn't the right thing to do. Y'all sit there and you let B stutter, stammer, talk over himself, fumble over his words. Y'all was chuckling for an hour. So cut it out. And then because Alex went in the chat and sat there and said, Adrian, help him out. And then Adrian jumped in there and helped him out and gave him a lifeline. So cut it out.
Man gotta let the man stand his own ground for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Until he starts digging himself a hole.
Right. And so sis sat there and said what she did, admitted to her truth. And we had already sat there and said before that and after that. So no, we hold each other accountable. This wasn't like how you want to look like doesn't mean that we don't. And I'm telling you that my friend groups,
you just can't prove
different
it.
Circles that I encounter, we hold ourselves accountable all of the time because we want to be the best version of ourselves, and we want to be the best version for our families and for our mates and for our counterparts. We want to be the best.
I agree with you, and that's personally for you, but I feel like the general consensus is, and I have to agree with him, like women are not going to tell another woman just because there's all these body stigmas about females. They're not gonna blatantly, like he said, he tells his friend, say that about another woman's weight.
I told a stranger, I was in the gym one day, and because I know who I am, I stand in my truth. I saw her do something the wrong way. I did. I saw her using the weight machine the wrong way. And I don't know this woman from a can of paint. It was her very first time being in the gym. I walked up to her and I said, sis, you're doing it wrong. Here's how you do it, X, Y, and Z. At first, she's like, got a little bit, she looked at me like, what are you doing? But then she thanked me. And so from outside of my circle, I saw another woman appreciate me, a stranger.
What are you talking about?
Is that accountability?
You know what? I'm done.
I get what you're saying, but it's still you personally, like what you're personally doing, and that's not the mass population of women doing that for other women.
So, Chris,
why not though? But I mean, guess again, if we're talking about what's on social media, they show the worst of the worst on social media. They do. They don't show the best of the best on social media. I curate my space on social media, and I do see that from strangers. So it's not just me. Now, depending upon what you decide to look at on social media all day, whether it be Shade Room, Baller Alert, or whatever, you're going to see the worst of the worst. And people not holding themselves accountable and sitting there egging on women to be the most negative, gutter behavior you can find. Yes, it's out there. But
Asia, what did you do, though?
What do you mean? What did I do when?
That is not the same example. Somebody was fucking up on the machine. But you're saying like somebody's using the machine wrong. You're like, hey, this how you use it. That's
because I wanted her to be her better self.
That's not like, yo, you fat as hell, my nigga.
Yeah, exactly. And I would never say you're fat as hell. What I'm trying to do is help her become a better version of herself. So when she continues to go to the gym and not be frustrated, she's going to want to come back because she's not frustrated. She's going to get the results that she wants. She can see nothing to be embarrassed about. She didn't know what she was doing the wrong way. That's what I was talking about. But you know, I'm not to my point out. Like I'm getting interrupted. That was that. That's how I was trying to go with that.
So I thought Ham's example was more so like actually getting up to go work out, like him talking to his friend and saying like, "Yo, you're fat." Not seeing somebody at the gym that's already working out and saying like, "Hey, let me help you out."
She could have got frustrated and not come back, is what I was saying. That was the point of that. She could have got frustrated. She was very big.
I think that's a different. I get the point, but I think it's a different animal. So Chris,
I don't think it's the same thing. It's encouraging. It's encouraging. Like you encourage B.
Yeah, but encouragement and accountability are two completely different things.
Encouraging to be accountable.
And correcting. He might have got hurt if you didn't say something. That's just totally different. But I got friends who will say, "Ooh, girl, ooh," you know, and say, "We do have friends." But
to Chris's point, I do get the whole body shaming, all that stuff. So you got to be delicate around that situation. I get that, but I'm looking in the chat and Seth got a great point. It's like, nope, they're not telling that girl to stop keeping them kids from that man. Have you ever checked one of your homegirls for that? Or do you validate her reasonings behind it?
That's disgusting. Absolutely, do not do that. That is absolutely disgusting to do that. To sit there and let your homegirl not let her kid see her baby dad because she's mad at him. That's deplorable. That gets me angry even thinking about that. So yes.
Well, salute to you all because I've witnessed that happen, and
of course you witnessed
and
it. When it expounds and explodes, the whole world is like that.
Well, that's what you just did a few minutes ago. You took off your glasses and you said, "Well, in my opinion," and then
I took off my glasses because my eyes were hurting. I need to clean them off. That's why.
That's what you just did.
I know. I took them off again. You see that? They're off again.
Yo, B ain't by itself tonight.
That's all right. Asia ain't either. I ain't never scared. Like I said, I said what I said.
Hey, she said she corrected somebody's form in the gym, and she said that's accountability.
I was giving you another example, not people that I know.
Almost killed me, bro.
Because the point was, that's just people you know. That's just people you don't know. It's people I don't know as well.
You didn't do it. You didn't do it. You didn't do it.
That was just one example. When I was a mentor for young girls, I sat there and held them accountable on how they were acting in school. I have plenty of examples of holding other women accountable and young women. And older women holding them accountable. I was giving different examples.
Possessive pronouns. That's all we hear.
Saying. You're doing it, but other people are not. Other women are not doing it. Like I think we can acknowledge that you probably do the right thing when you see somebody that's out of shape or needs to work out. But mass population of women are not doing that for each other.
Chris, do you think men hold each other more accountable than women hold themselves accountable, hold their friends accountable? Do you think it's balanced? I'm just asking a question.
To a certain extent, yes, because I think you can be more blatant with what you say to each other. Whereas we might be more sensitive on certain topics. It won't affect you as much as it'll affect us.
Okay.
There's a reason why shows like Real Housewives exists. It's because it's a reflection of what you all do to each other. You like seeing it, you feed into it. It's a lack of accountability. All you do is beef. And so you couldn't have a real house husbands or real men because people would think it is so off base. But for you all, it's reality.
I agree with that.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
I could only hear a half of what Mike said, but
I didn't agree with it.
You didn't hear him? He was just saying that is a reflection of reality. That's why they record them in every single market, Real Housewives or wherever you at. When they did Real Husbands of Hollywood, it was satire. and it was like a show, because they knew it's hard to. That's not the true reality, so that's why they did it in that way.
I disagree. Like I said, I believe that entertainment is for that. Reality TV is entertainment. I don't believe that. Of course, people like. Let me be very clear, because I think I got to talk to y'all real basic up there on top. Yes, that kind of behavior does happen. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. What I'm saying is it is not. I don't believe that it is widespread and it's prevalent throughout society. Does it happen? Absolutely, it happens. That's just like saying all black men cheat or all black men steal and all black men kill because they show it on TV, because they show it in movies, because they show it on the news. That's like saying the same exact thing. Like niggas don't know how to take care of their kids, but niggas all they do is steal cars or rob. That's not true. I would never sit there and say because they show that's a reality and that's y'all reality, because that's not true. They're gonna show the most inhumane gutter behavior for entertainment or for clicks and for likes and for views. That doesn't mean that you're all like that. And I would never subscribe to that statement either about y'all as black men.
But we went to school and everything. Like we've seen it, right? Like you're saying, possessive pronoun. Women fall out left and right. Those relationships are very superficial. So Real Housewives, yeah, they force some of that shit, but that shit is happening naturally.
A lot of them aren't even friends. You do realize they're not even really friends, and you do understand those shows are produced. They have a producer that purposely
but even before that, Asia, I said like women's relationships are superficial.
I don't believe that to be true. I believe that women are naturally nurturing, and
Go ahead.
Women are naturally nurturing. And so, yes, superficial relationships do exist. Okay. Again, I'm be very clear on this. Of course it exists. But for the most part, do women know how to be friends with one another? If you're an adult and you're a high vibrational woman, then yes. If you're a basic low vibrational brute of a woman, then you're right. You probably can't handle true relationships with your friends and your female friends. You probably can't. You don't know how. You don't have a good relationship with yourself. So how can you have with somebody else? So yes, it does happen.
Hey, can I ask a question?
Sure.
So you just said though you don't hang out with a lot of women.
No.
So wouldn't that?
No.
Because
I didn't say I hang out with a lot of women. I said I don't hang out with a lot of women. Say it again. I don't remember saying I don't hang out with a lot of women. I don't remember saying that, but go ahead.
Did she say that, Chris? Am I tripping? Because you were a pretty good listener. She said that, right? Yeah. I don't hang out with a lot of women.
A lot of basic women.
Hold on. Can I speak? Can I get my point across? Thank you.
You got it.
So, but if the majority of the women can have these good relationships and they're not superficial and they're as genuine as you say, why wouldn't you be able to have a lot more relationships with a lot more women? Why is it that we have an increasing number of women who say, oh, I'd rather hang out with men than women?
I would never say that. I never said that. If I keep my circle
I never said
small,
you said that. I said
my
that.
circle small for intimacy, right? I don't believe that you can have 50 close friends. I don't subscribe to that. I like intimacy in my relationships. I like closeness. And so I feel my circle is small, but I do associate with a lot of different women. Associate, yes. Close circle, no, it's small. So there's levels to this friendship thing. And I think it should be. That's wisdom. That's wise. So yeah, what was your question again?
You know, we've seen women rotate. So you'll see them 1 year hanging out with such and such, and then the next year they're hanging out with two different such and suches.
Are they adding to or subtracting? So did they add a new two, or what are they doing? Are they adding those two into their circle, or they left the other two?
Yeah, that's what two different such and suches. So it's two totally different people.
But they don't add. Talking about women.
Yeah, people be rotating, man. Women do.
Comment on Mr. White's when he said, what did you say? You said women hang out with a lot more men or something, like have more male friends or something, like you just said a second ago.
Prefer to hang out with men.
Yeah, so I'm one of those women. Like I have a select few of female friends. I have a lot more male friends. I mean, number one, it comes from just the industry that I come from. I was around a lot more men, but just that women tend to be catty And I don't have a lot of energy for that a lot of times. So I would prefer to, men are sometimes simpler to hang out with. And this is, I'm talking about like just straight platonic male friends. So I think women, sometimes we have to be very selective about the other women that we hang out with, because women tend to have that nature. And I do agree with her comment about, having a smaller circle of people around you, which is why I say you have to be selective. All women can't hang out with all women.
What's
No,
crazy
men have the same type of troubles. It's a lot of times I'm watching stuff and I'm watching court trials and stuff, and it usually be the closest person to them that took them out. So men have the same type of trouble. Usually somebody that they killed you.
But I think their criteria is different though. Our criteria sometimes for us not being able to connect with a woman is very basic, where theirs is maybe a little bit more.
You have the same type of challenges. There'll be an envious friend playing a game right next to him. Next thing you know, he be done had a fight with him, came back and shot him, stole his PlayStation. It'd be your own family members. And
I got a question for the fellas. So
a lot of that goes to men too. Men are not exclusive.
They can't learn.
So for the fellas, we all have dated chicks. We get chicks. How many times have you heard something from your chick about one of their closest friends? How many times? The closest friend groups, if you talk to a chick, you realize they really don't fuck with each other like that. How many times have you noticed that? They'll be on Instagram, going on trips, going on this, going on that. But then they'll say, I don't really fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? That's not, I can't stand her.
Yo.
That's also the integrity of the woman that you're with then. Wait,
100%.
Wow.
100%, bro.
So the women you are dating sit there and say they will beat a woman's face, hang out with her, trips with her, and can't stand her?
Yes.
You need to bring yourself up. Be high vibration, because that right there, you need to be accountable for letting that kind of woman in your life, because she can't be trusted. She can't be trusted. You better be watching out.
Because women don't like each other. Y'all don't hold each other down.
That talks to her character, and you better watch your back.
It's just that's how that. But that's the majority. I think now I have to say because it's not proven. But based on what I see, based on what happens around here, that's how most women are, B.
It's not that women don't like each other. We're just selective about the ones that we decide to hang out with, the ones that are real, the ones that are true, the ones we know aren't going to stab us in the back.
Because there's not a lot of them?
It's not a lot of them.
You don't like the other ones?
Shit like that.
No, personality, you have to be like-minded. So if there's not a lot of people who like you or can gel with you as a person, or just understand you can give them that look. If you can't give your friend that look and she know exactly what you're thinking, then she can't be your friend. And there might be only 5 people on this earth that you could get that look to, and she know what you're thinking. So you guys have a lot of male friends. Is that what you're saying? Friends.
You just proved our point, aka women don't fuck with each other like that.
Yeah.
No, it's selection. It's selective. It's nothing wrong with women being selective.
Yeah. So do you guys categorize your friend group? You call everybody a friend, or do you have associates? Because those are like 2 different things.
Me?
I don't know.
To the men.
Who you asking, Chris?
For the men.
All the guys at the top. Because you're talking about like us not having like a lot of friends, and we don't like each other and all this other stuff. And we're basically saying like we have a close circle of females that we can trust. It doesn't mean that we don't have other female associates. They're just not our friends.
So you all have a lot of men friends. Yeah, how many friends do you? Well,
like true friends,
like real friends.
For me, I feel like
see how she stopped herself. She was like, "Oh, it's here."
No, because she don't want to call him out. For y'all think y'all really his friend and you're really not. That was why she was trying to save his friendships. That's why she stopped her.
No, because the reality is, we're at an age now. We're not going to have people around us that we're not fucking with. I'm saying? You're not gonna really see us. Like if we happen to be at the same event, you know what I'm saying? I know him.
That wasn't her question. She said, "Ham, how many true friends?" She said, "How many true friends do you have?" Ham is what she said to him, and she stopped herself.
Like, are you like count? Like you want me to give you a number or something?
Because if you sat there and said one, you'd have had 3 niggas saying, "Oh, being they feeling something." I thought.
No, I'm saying you want me to give you a number or something? Like, what are you asking?
One of you give me a number. Just one of you give me a number. How many friends do you have?
Go ahead, Chief.
I think I got a gang of friends. I got a handful of close friends, but I got a gang of friends. Like Hamp is my friend. I trust Hamp. If I called Hamp and said, "Yo, this is I need you for this," I trust him enough to honor our friendship and reciprocate what it is. Or I'm asking that he can, like, out of the blue, if he called me and say, "Yo, Chief, blah blah blah," it wouldn't be a question at all. Like, yo, Hamp don't ever call me asking like that, but I trust him enough. We have enough strong enough friendship to where I could have my homies back. Yeah. So I think, you know what I'm saying?
Earlier, and it was a joke, and I sat there and said, "I don't have a lot of friends. If I do hang with a lot of women, I know a lot of women and have women associates." But it was a big joke.
But you can't call them. You can't call them
for certain things. It's just like I can't use a hammer. I can't use it. So y'all sit. It's funny that y'all sit and talk about you don't listen to understand. You sit there and you listen and sit there and crack jokes and laugh like a bunch of. I ain't gonna go there. It's getting late. It's getting late. My filter's coming off. But all I'm trying to say is that
it just sounds very bad, Asia.
No, I wouldn't use a hammer. I wouldn't use a hammer to screw in a nail. And so I know for certain people who I can call on for certain things. There's levels and there's degrees to friendship. And if you were wise and you understand that, but y'all sitting there getting like little schoolgirls on the tops that are really trying to understand what I'm saying. There are levels to friendship. There are levels of things, and I would call and ask certain people for certain things. It is literally simple and wise.
To your point, like let's say like for you, you have a friend that can do your hair, and then you have a friend that can correct your form at the gym. Are those different levels of friendships because of what they can provide to you, or?
I answered this question. I can call on them. I said call on them for what? Because I wouldn't call on one for one thing over the other. That was answering his question.
So clear.
Would you call on them for what?
Gotcha. So the associates that you have, you can call them and ask them for stuff.
Yeah.
And you can be vulnerable with them at some level.
I'm vulnerable with people who I call friends, not associates. My level of vulnerability is deep. And
it's just a hard combo.
No. Who I call a friend, I'm vulnerable with. People that are close and intimate with me, I can sit there and be vulnerable with.
I know. I'm just saying it's a hard combo because it's so. I feel like it's just semantics. Like women ain't friends. We see that shit too often. They be rotating friends. You can't trust her. You can't use her for nothing. Right? She can't be around your man and all that.
Okay, well, they need to bring their friends up. That's on them. Like that. I feel sorry for them then.
You know what happened, Asia? I heard it, and B recites this better than me. Shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. You try to guilt us. You try to insult us. You try to tell me. You try to shame us saying I was putting women all the way at the bottom. And then we keep on making friend this way and that way because you got to be right. God damn BAB.
No, that's not what happened at all. You sit there and we're talking. That's not what I said.
Hold on, can I say something?
This is crazy. Like y'all are nice.
But you did just say, like, I know I be laughing, but then you call me a schoolgirl. That was very insulting. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I haven't at all. I gotta be a schoolgirl.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
You know what I mean? Damn. I don't know. So, let me ask a question. Chief, true or false? A man's weakness is the facade of his strength. A woman's strength is the facade of her weakness.
Based on the terms that we've decided they are in this conversation, yes. True.
B?
Sorry.
I would say the same thing based off these several examples that was given. I would say true.
Mike?
True.
Mr. White?
Absolutely.
Isha?
I agree.
Sis?
False.
Chris?
True.
Asia?
For the example that we gave earlier for Black women, false.
Interesting, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend.
Mike and Mr. White had giggle juice tonight. They had giggle juice in their juice boxes. Giggle juice.
When you watch it back, it's going to
see the truth. That's why it's funny.
The truth, man. The truth. Because it's easily seen. Like if they drop the fucking alien out the sky, he'd be like, "Yo, what's wrong with those people at those things at the bottom?"
Oh, we said the same thing Chief said, and it just sounds different to you guys, I guess. That's why Asia said you laughing like a bunch of schoolgirls. She didn't call you a bunch of schoolgirls. You gotta listen.
Thank you for listening, sis.
So you saying you when you say so sis when you tell a nigga, yo, you acting like a bitch. What happens
I'm
next?
not calling him a B. I'm not calling him a B.
Yes, you
I
are.
would never call a man a B. I would never call a man a B.
You would say you acting like a bitch? Would you say that?
No, I said you're giggling like a little schoolgirl.
No, I'm at in that.
That's not.
Wait, hold on. I got you, Hemp.
That's disrespectful.
Hold on, I got you, Hemp. You remember when I said we have to talk to women like they're a child, and they killed me for it? I didn't call you a child.
Wow.
Like a child. And God killed me for it.
I wasn't on that. I wasn't on that show.
Look, sissy just.
I'm just talking about what you understand.
Yo, did you see how fast sis decoded? She was on code. She said, "Nigga, I wasn't there for that." Yo, thank you. You can't make this shit up. Sis, you had 2 more minutes to stay on code, yo. Damn, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, man. Hey, I think it's okay because we have to get understanding and we can't continue to deny it. Denial might be one of the worst things. What you about to say, Chief? You know? I don't know, man. Shit crazy. I mean, this has been awesome, though. And I appreciate B's decorum. Once he was done, did you see how he sat back? He let you guys talk. He listened. You guys need to be more like B, man.
Shit like that.
Gaslighting. You trying to trigger me. Well, I'm gonna let you.
He got put in the bathroom, and that's where he been.
No. Sis, how about you clear your coochie balance? How about Do you want to talk about clearing up your coochie balance?
Uh-oh.
I can make arrangements, but if I go to Connecticut, I ain't leaving empty-handed.
Shit like that.
All right, B.
The offer is on the table. What you want to do? I'm free. I'm free this weekend. What you trying to do?
Talk your shit, B.
You want answers? I want the truth.
That Hennessy kicked in. I like this version of B.
Y'all are wrong for that. You're wrong. I got you.
Yo, that is hilarious, man. Damn. It's been awesome, man. Listen, I don't really like Jerry Springer, but I do like one of his constructs. B. Final thought.
When you take a man's time, it's like taking his money. When you take a man's money, it's like taking his time. Simply put, we want something for it. If you're not interested, don't go out. Sis, hit me up. Let's clear your coochie balance.
Isha?
I think your looks get you in the door. Personality gonna get you some pussy. B, your personality just ain't there. And that's why you got these balances out there.
Jesus Christ. Sis?
B, I'm gonna keep going out. If I'm bored, they call, they wanna go, get dressed, I'm going. I don't care. I'm going. Okay. Ladies, do what you want, because I'm sure we've given it up in the past and didn't really get much in return. So, we can get it back if we go on these dates and not give the next man some coochie, Just live your life.
Mike.
For the fellas, stop spending money on these chicks because they're gonna give it to somebody else for free. So give them less, take everything.
Chris.
You muted, Chris.
Bruh.
Dropping some money on food is not an admission price to somebody's panties. I think both parties need to be clear on what their intentions are going into the date.
Chief.
I got a lot of shit, man. Plain and simple. I think fellas, we ultimately dictate whether or not the women hold the keys, but you can be savvy enough, you can be charming enough, you can put all that together to get it. And if you don't, self-assess and figure out why you didn't get it. Better luck next time.
Asia.
There's levels to life. There's levels to all of this. There's levels to attraction. There's levels to friendships. There's levels to love. There's levels to everything. And to understand what your role is. You can always level up. That requires introspection and being truly honest with yourself, period. But I want to say this one last thing. B, this last version of you that you just shoot your shot at sis. I respect that version of you.
Thank you.
Mr. White.
First of all, Asia, your respect don't be meaning much from with a lot of stuff you be saying. You know what I'm saying? Nah, brother.
I'm gonna stay quiet.
Nah, but seriously though, women, if you are not interested in a man, don't go out with him. Don't lead him on. It's too much trauma and us hurting each other going back and forth. So yeah, it may take you a few dates to know, but once you know, leave him alone. And with that being said, too, men, we got to be wise and make sure we're taking the time to properly vet these women as well, too. Women, let's work on holding each other more accountable. When you see BS, call BS. And that's it. The rest of y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week.
Man, there was so much to uncover, man. Just please like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. We got the sponsorship package popping and all that. We're streaming on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and our group. We also are on Apple, Anchor, Spotify. So we have the podcast where you can listen and drive and all that. But they recently updated the YouTube app where you don't even have to be looking at it the whole time, which I think is a game changer. I had YouTube Premium for so long, I forgot about that you couldn't watch it. So, you know, while you're getting dressed, you in the shower and all that, take a listen, look at the clips and shit. I think that somebody made the point about a meal for some vagina. That would have been true years ago. But the vagina has been devalued because of social liberation. So if you want to use it for what you want to use it for, why is a man not to expect it for a cheeseburger, like sis said? You just process it, right? Because you giving it out like hotcakes, then what the fuck is 2 number 2s worth? I don't know. I'm just saying, man. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we out.